Self-Alexa?
Yeah, well, I didn't do any good, so she's trying to talk to us.
Okay. All right, well, I hope it works.
You're everything on, Albert is done.
It's already on?
I didn't know you were here, I just hit it.
Did you do everything?
No,
Nope, no, but
I've
doing it now.
been meaning to
Facebook
call
is
him.
on
but I
Facebook,
haven't.
okay.
Because it's already
I
up here for you.
Okay.
So once it shows it's connected,
Called
just
the next day and
I don't think he was.
on an antibiotic, but he
see
does not have
connected,
COVID.
and then you go up to Facebook.
I wondered about
As
that.
long as it's prepped, it's easy, hit the blue button.
Okay, Facebook,
Okay, it's
go
already,
live. Okay.
yeah, if it's not prepped, it's a few more steps I would say before then. But, okay, it's on, and you can tell it's on by scrolling down, see the picture?
Yeah.
It's live. And then YouTube, you gotta go over to YouTube one time, it's lit, you gotta just do it one time for it to sync. And now you're live there.
Okay.
So you're good to go on both sides.
I won't lose it.
Oh, I know you won't.
I just have
And I've
those
showed,
strengths.
and I'll keep showing you.
Remember anything.
I taught him how to do this. Like, it's repetition. The more you do it, the
Yeah,
worse
it
it is. You know, once in a while, you're never gonna know.
Okay,
You can just let it sit, and I'll turn it off. And be like,
okay.
I'm hanging out with you all the time.
Oh, you are?
Every once in a while, I'm gonna hang with you guys, right? Not just in the morning or passings. They're coming and going.
Well, got it right there.
Hey, come in, how are you?
Yeah.
Thank you much.
Thank you very much. You just do the best you can in this time, so. Yeah, it's pretty good, you know, thanks for everything, No.
Yeah, it's right up there. So. Shabbat shalom. How are you?
Good.
Albert? It looks like light still. I don't know if like you noticed like, cause I know like it was like last week too, like they were here.
But they're just out. I can't fix that.
Oh, okay.
The bulb is out.
Oh, okay, cause like,
Next week.
cause I thought I did something wrong last week, cause it was like so dark. No?
We took that booster. That's all.
Is that the one that you found?
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't get my thoughts organized.
well, hopefully in a day or
I think I'll be back. My arm's not sore.
Look, right here. No,
Grab a book, make yourself at home, enjoy,
Might kick off my shoes.
You can.
keep your shoes on.
Oh, you know.
Electrically, you do need to have pants and shoes on, so, I mean,
Oh, this isn't like a.
this is not,
Is that a real thing?
rabbis do say you should be wearing shoes when you're praying, so. You should not pray barefoot.
book.
They had somewhat different shoes.
You keep turning.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here.
Here's a
For those joining virtually, Shabbat Shalom. Nice to have you join us like you're here virtually like you're here. Thanks for being here, everybody. And for those who came to grand opening of the foundation office, thank you for coming to support the foundation and the office. It was really lovely, so we're glad you're here for that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Page 10. We'll begin with Yadid Nefesh. Yadid Nefesh, Amaroch Azman, Shochavda, Eretzoda, Yarut Avda, Kamo Ayam, Yishtachaveh, Mul Hadara, כי ירדו ידידותה, אינו קצו וחומתו, דיברה נפשי חולה אהבתה, אנא אעזר פנה לה, והרוץ לה נועם ציווה, אז תתחזק ותתרפא, והייתה לה שאיפת עולם, ותקרבו רחמך וחוסנה אבינו הבא, כי זה כמה בסוף מצווה, לראות תפארת עוזה, אנא אלי מחמד ליבי, חושתה ואל תפתלה, יגאלנה ופרוס חביב עלי את סוכה שלומה, יאיר את מקומך, נגילה ונשמחה בה, מהר כי במועד, וכונני כי מעולם. Continue page 11. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, נריה נריה לצורי שני, וקרמה פניו ותודה. נריה נריה לצורי שני, izmiro nariado, lechuneranina, 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 lalonai, lechuneranina, 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 lalonai. Nariado, Trisha, Kappa, so the David beat up Nariado. Kut bedor v'amaram turi lefatnehem, הם לא ידעו דרכיו, אשר משפטי בפיhi, אם יבואו נד מנוחתי. Page 13. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני פרחו שמו, עשו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, Kol Elohim, ay, 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 Kol Elohim, Ami Melili Adonai, Shamayim Asa, Chor V'Hadar Le'efanav, Ozre Tiferet Le'mikdash, Havur Adonai Mishpachot Amim, Havur Adonai Kavod V'Od. Havur Adonai Kevod Shemo Seu Mincha Kol Chasrotav. Page 14. Shtachavur Adonai Behadra Kodesh Chilu Michana Kol Haaretz Hebrew Vagoyim Adonai Malach Avi Kotei Ben Maltimo Yadina Vimechari Yitzmechu Hashamayim V'Tager Haaretz Yiramaya Umelo Yadon Sadam Kol Asher Ay 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 Az Yirandu Kol Atzeyar Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishvot Haaretz Lishvot Tevel Betzedek Ve'amim Be'emunah Na 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 Page 15. Together, Yismechui, Rahabihi, Manam Pelapelsi Baha, Terek Bishvat Nechon Kiso. Ve'adonai Sinura, Shaman Hasher Chasitaha, Yadeshaim Yatzilahem. Ozaru ala tzari, Kulim Yisrael, Simcha, Simchu Tzarikim Baronahai, V'hodu L'Zecher Kodsho. We'll continue page 17 as we'll read responsibly in the English, Psalm 98. A song, sing to Adonai a new song, for Adonai has wrought wonders. God's right hand and holy arm have brought deliverance. God dealt faithfully and kindly with the house of Israel. The very ends of the earth saw our God's saving power. Next page. The sea roared, all that is, let the sea and all that is in it roar, the earth and all who inhabit it thunder. The rivers clap hands while mountains sing in harmony. Greeting Adonai who comes to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth. May Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, lishpot tevel v'tzedek v'amin b'meshari. Page 19. Melech v'yergizu amin yoshev kerubim tzedek haaretz anavtiam kadoho ramu kol ha'ami. Join together 3 lines from the bottom, page 20. Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachanu ha'kodsho. Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachanu ha'kodsho. Ki Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Rabbeinu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Rabbeinu. Rise as we continue with Psalm 29, page 21. Mizmor leDavid, Habulah b'nei Habulah Adonai, Kavod v'avod, Habulah Adonai kerev shemot, Habulah Adonai v'harakodesh, Kol Adonai Almighty, Kavod Yiri, Adonai, Almighty Rabbi, Kol Adonai, Kol Adonai, Kol Adonai ve'adam, Kol Adonai shomer anazim, v'shaver Adonai et arnei hamanon, v'yarkitem koegel, Lebanon, v'sirion, Kevon, Kovel Veli, ay, Kol Adonai, Chotek HaKodesh, Kol Adonai, Yachid Midbar, Yachid Adonai, Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai, Chol Elayim, Vayachel Soho, Ye'aron, Umechalo, Kulo Merkavo, Adonai, Lama Yeshav Yeshev Adonai, Melech Leolam, Adonai, Le'amo Yitzek Adonai, Yevarech et Amo V'Shalom, You may be seated. We've got the introductions out of the way. We'll prepare your welcome in Shabbat with the Chadoli, page 23. L'chadoli likra kala yemna Shabbat Kabbalat. L'chadoli likra kala yemna Shabbat Kabbalat. Shamor v'zachor v'timor echad, Yish miyadu el ha'yuchad, Rabbi echad, Kushmo echad, Shem tiferet v'itila, V'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat. L'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat, Mikra Shabbat Bechuvenelcha, Ki Mikor HaBeracha, Merosh Mikedem Nesucha, Sof Maaseh B'Mashvat Chila, L'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat, L'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat, Mikdash melech yemedukha, kumitzei mitoch ha'apecha, Rabach shebe'enecha, Vehu yachamol elai chadla, L'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat, L'chado v'likra kala yemna B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalat. Hinami ne'afar kumi, Bivji Dei Partechami, Avian Beishai, Betanachmi, Korban Nafshi Allah, Bechato Bivika Kala Yamna 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 Kneshava, Kabbalat Lechato Bivika Kala Yamna 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 Kneshava, Kabbalat. Hitoreri, Himaore, Kubiori, Uri, Shirtaneri, Kvoda Doma, Yadai, Tikla, Lechato Bikrakala, Yemna, 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 Grishava, Kabbalat, Lechato Bikrakala, Yemna, 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 Grishava, Kabbalat, Loteto Shiva Lomikami, Tishloch Achi U'Mahatemi, Kach Yechasu Ani Ami, V'Nibneta Yiratila, V'Chado B'Zikrakala Yemna 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 Kneshava, Kabbalat, Lechado B'Zikrakala Yemna 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 Kneshava, Kabbalah, page 25. V'hayu limshi sa'asho sagi, v'rachaku komer hayich, yasis atayich Elohayich, kitzos chatana kala, lechado v'likra kala yemna 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 v'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Lechato B'Likrakala, Yemna 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 B'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Yaminu Smorti Frotzi, Et Adonai Tariti, Ayadish Ben Parti, Ben Mizmecha Ben Nagila, Lechato B'Likrakala Yemna 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 B'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Lechato B'Likrakala Yemna 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 B'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Oi Shalom Ateret B'Chalav, Ram B'Simcha U'B'Tzola, Tov Le'Mudei Segula, Oi Chalav, Oi Chalav, Lechato B'Likrakala Yemna 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 B'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat, Lechato B'Likrakala Yemna 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 B'nei Shabbat. Kabbalat. You may be seated. We'll continue. Now that we've invited Shabbat in, we've welcomed her in. We'll sing the song for Shabbat, page 27. Mizmor Shiri, Shir Yom HaShabbat. 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 Katama Yukra, Gavin Bakano, Yinske, Shituri, Betana, Hasro Elohim, Yahweh, Oyenabu, Seva, Shini Brani, Yehu, Taki Kesharana, Turi, Gotabo. Continue Psalm 93, page 29. Amana, Geula, Mesh, Leveshana, Yosita, Zahara, Yoteva, Baltimo. כי כל מים רבים מרימים ברגעם, אדיר במרום על הנחל. ילדך נמר לבית חנה וקורש ונערו ערך ימי. We'll continue the mourner's cottage to invite all those in mourning and those that are good sites to please rise. Page 30. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shamir Rabba, Alma, Yikra, Kirute, Yamin, Mahute, B'chayechom, B'chayechom, Chaye, B'chol Beit Yisrael, Ha'agalah, B'zman Karim, B'ibru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba, Barach, L'Rabba, Me'amai, Yitbarach, Yishtarach, Yitbarach, Yitramon, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalel, Yitalal, Shmei Fruksha, Le'echem, Ahiyam, Kol Yerchata, Shiraka, Jush Bechata, Nechamata, Yitrakar, Kam, Yibur, Yesh Rabba, Rabba, Yishalom, B'chaim Aleinu, Yalkol Yisrael, Yibur, Amen. Say Shalom, Yitramon, Uya, say Shalom, Aleinu, Yalkol Yisrael, Yibur, Amen. That concludes the Kabbalat Shabbat portion of our service this evening. Before we go on, as has become our custom, at least our custom as long as I've been here now, my custom. I want us to take a moment to reflect on the past week, because so often we're busy throughout the week that we don't actually stop to think about what we've done or what we've accomplished or what we've missed and what we actually appreciate the things that we did. So I want to invite everybody to take a moment now and to reflect on the week that's just passed, everything that's happened since last Shabbat. And if there's anything you'd like to share, any things that were tough this week that we as a community can be here to support you about, anything to celebrate this week, any good things that happened that we can celebrate with you, I'd like to invite you to share at this time anything that's going on. I'll start then. In case you didn't hear, Queen Elizabeth passed away, which my wife was telling us that she always was talking about she did a project on Queen Elizabeth when she was like 7. And so she's idolized her ever since. So she was kind of devastated by the news.
Kind of mourning with that one.
We were mourning in our house. And so relatedly, like I had my sermon about halfway, 3/4 done, and then like I heard the news. And me and a couple of my rabbi friends are like, do we have to rewrite our sermons? I ended up not rewriting my sermon, but you know, it was a funny conversation we were having.
We have to wait 9 days to see one time.
We do, she is not actually buried yet, so for those who don't know, halachically, you don't actually say Kaddish for somebody until they have been buried. So we can't actually say Kaddish for her yet, but pardon? I think the custom for royalty in England is that there's like about approximately a 10-day process.
Yeah.
So I think somebody that I read had 8 days, but it's around 10 days.
So what are the rules on saying Kaddish for someone if you don't know where they were buried or if they were buried?
So let me back up for one moment. The first thing is, halachically, we really don't have the obligation to say
Of course.
Kaddish for her because you're not related to her, so you say Kaddish for immediate relatives, but regardless. If we were royal subjects, then maybe I'd say, okay. But we're not. At least not for like 200 and some odd years. So if there is halakha, if you don't know if the person's been buried or if you heard the news long after they died, so if you heard that they died more than 30 days ago, you sit Shiva for like one day, and then that's about it. Kind of as a honorary one. If you don't know if they have been buried, you try to find out as much as you can. You kind of base it on how far along it's been since they died, and you can kind of guess they were probably, something happened with them based on how long it has been since they passed away and when you heard the news. There is some interesting debates about when you start saying Kaddish if a person's not buried at all, or if they're, for example, a soldier who's missing in action. There's some debates about how you handle that, but we won't go there. Anybody else have anything to share?
You stole my thing.
I stole your thunder. I apologize. I gave you a chance to jump. That's okay. Carpe
I
diem.
guess all hail King Charles III. That's all I gotta say.
I have the perfect name to be named the next Prince of Wales, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Got them all.
I think you're on the wrong side of the pond for that to happen.
I've been there.
You're currently residing on the wrong side of the pond. I think you'd have to marry somebody.
I'll go back.
You might have to marry somebody to get there, but.
James Edward Griffith, that is the perfect Prince of Wales. My dad's family came with it.
Anybody else have anything? Well, again, I do want to say Mazal Tov to the foundation, their new office. It looks gorgeous in there. So if you haven't seen it, peek inside the window, and then tell Kathy she did a great job. And it was a lovely opening beforehand too. She also did a lovely job. But only tell her that if you were there. All right. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to celebrate Shabbat with us. I'm going to invite you to rise as we continue with the Baruch Hu, page 39a. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro bidbar aviv. Ma'avir yom u'me'evi layla, ma'avir ben yom u'ben layla, Adonai tzavot shemo, Elchai v'kayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch et Adonai, Amari v'aravi. Page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael lamcha Torah u'mitzvot u'kim mishpatim אותנו לימדתה. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, שופטנו וכולנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך, לאור עולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, באורך ימינו, והם נגד יומם בלילה, יומם בלילה. ובחר תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם ושיתך וביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך וקשרת מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. היה נהי אלוהיכם בני Pick up page 44. Malchuto, רצון קיבלו עליהם, ושבת מרים ובני ישראל, לחני שלה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך בדם בקודש, נורא תהילות, נושא פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך בימים פני משה, זה לינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי פרענו את יעקב, וגרום ים חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, שעל ישראל. Page 45. כי בין העולם אלוהינו בשלום, וחכינו לחיים וכלוסנו סוכת שלומך. ושמור את צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, ואתה בידו לך, וכלוסנו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני. סוכת שלום עלינו ועל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Revise page 46. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולדורות. וביום השביעי Shabbat vayinapash, Shabbat vayinapash, Shabbat vayinapash, Veshamru, Bnei Yisrael, Le'eretz HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat, Bedorotam v'Torah. יתקדש ויתקדש המרבה, נרמה דברה חילותי במכבשותי, וחייך ויומך וחייך בישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב, דיברו אמן, יהי שמיה ובגבורה, יתברך וישתבח ויתהר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלש מקודשה אלא מכל הלכתה ושירתה ושפחתה ונחמתה ואמירן ברמה We remain standing for the Amidah, which is recited privately in the evening, beginning on page 47 and going through page 52. Please feel free to use the Hebrew, the English, or add your own personal prayers during that time. If you're still praying, please take your time and finish at your own pace. We rise as we turn to page 53. Chulu Hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzivam v'yachal Elohim b'yom hashvi v'lachto asher asa v'yishvot b'yom hashvi מכל לקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו, אשר בא אלוקים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, אלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אלוהינו, קודש המים בארץ, מגן אבות בדברו, מחיים מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נבוא וירא בפחד, ונודה בשמו בכל יום תמיד, ואור הברכות. אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש השבת וברך שביעי, מניח מקדושה, נפת ושני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. Page 54. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לצי במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, וצי חלקנו בתורתך, שמחנו בטובך, ושמחנו בישועתך, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת. והנחילנו, אדוני אלוהינו, באהבה וברצון, שבת קודשך, וינוחו בישראל, מקדשי שמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. יקרא ויקרא שמר רבן, קרא דברכי דברך מחותי בחייכם במחול וחייכו בן ישראל, וקרא בזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבן מבורך, ויעלם רם מעמיה. יפרח וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתרא ויתרא שמי לקודשא, ויחול וירא מכל יחד ושירת תשפחת בני חמתה, דוד בארמה ואמרו, אמן. תקראת אותם ברמות, תוכל לזרוק אותם ברמות וישמעיה ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמעיה, וחיים עלינו בכל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ביום כל ישראל ואמרו, amen. You remain standing for Kiddush, page 55. Sabri, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushan b'mitzvotav baratzah banu, b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron ma'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila v'mikrei kodesh, zecher yitziat Mitzrayim, ki anu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, b'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu. Baruch atah Adonai, מקדש השבת. לחיים. We'll remain standing for Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu לשבח לדום חכו, זה גדולה יוצא Shalishi, Shalo Asan, Kreyanatsa, Velo Samanu, Nishpapa Kadana, Shalo San, Kenu Kanem, Vekora Lenu, Kecho Hamona, Vanachnu Kori, Mishtachavim, Omi, Leklemelech, Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Notei Shamayim V'Yosei Haaretz, Moshe B'Karov B'Shamayim Ima'al, Ushchinatu Zo, Ushchinatu Zo, V'Govei Melomi, Hu Eloheinu Elot, and Eloheinu Echad Sulato, Kakazu, V'Torato, V'Data Hayom, V'Data Hayom, Ba'ashemota, El Babecha, Ki Adonai Hu Elohim, B'Shamayim V'Ma'al, Ve'al Haaretz, Ve'al Haaretz, B'Tachad Neidot, Neidot. Okay, girl. כי המלכות שלך היא עולם מצוות, כבוד, ככתוב, תורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, וחי אדוני, למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו Maybe seated. This time we take a moment to recognize that in the past week we observed the yurtzites of Andrew David Abrams, Sarah Alleman, Barney Azer, Sim Anstelovich, Jack Axel, Philip Bayer, Molly Berman, Herman Blitz, Miriam Block, Robert Bonfield, Sophie Bergman, Harry Cohen, Harry Colvin, Harry Kowitz, Leon Friedman, Sidney Davis, Isaac Dimmenstein, Paul Dimmenstein, Helen Epstein, Torme family, Napoleon Fields, Ida Fisher, Jenny Fisher, Jules Gerwin, Leo Gilbert, Andrea Glazer, Mayor Goldberg, Julius Goldstein, Frank Harris, Samuel Herman, Lynn Axelroth Hiller, Sophia Cantor, Dave Kaplan, Ruth Lambert, Jack Langer, Sherry Laxer, Paul Leitner, Emma Sachs Levin, Joe Levy, Ralph Limmer, Samuel Lipsitz, Rosalind Budensky, Leon Myers, Lawrence Olshan, Fred Harrell, Esther Rachman, Levi Rachman, David Nathan Rosenbaum, Chaim Brutsky, Anna Schuster, Avram Schuster, Jerry Torn Siegel, Esther Silver, David Simon, Max Stark, William Stern Clark, Sidney Student, Paul Wilder, Pauline. Zichronam Livracha, and our memories be a blessing. We invite all those in mourning and those observing their sites to rise and join me in the mourners' cottage, pay page 50. Yikadam Shamei Rabba, Bama Yibrach Yiruteh Yamir Ma'amuteh, V'chayavachon V'yomechon, Chayei Beit Yisrael, V'akalam V'nam V'lir V'yir Amen. Kei Shmei Rabba Barach V'namomel Maya, Yibarach V'yisharach V'yipahar V'yitamam V'yitaseh, Yitkara Yitaleh V'yitamam Shmei Kucha V'yot. Yadam Yimkol V'yachata V'shirata, Yushkachata V'nechemachta, Damiram V'elman V'yimru. Eish V'mara V'yimshkayim, Chaim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'yimru. Aseh Shalom V'yimru. Aseh Shalom Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'yimru. Very briefly, before we head out, just a couple of very brief announcements. First of all, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Glad you're joining us. And for those watching virtually, glad you're joining us as well, and glad we're celebrating Shabbat with you. In case you were not quite aware, the high holidays are coming up. We have 2 more Shabbats, and then we're basically in the high holidays. So, if you need any information, check our website. There's calendar information, there's schedule information, there's sign-up information. All the stuff you need is on our website, so please go check it out. Next Shabbat, a week from tomorrow night, we will be having a Slichot service here at the synagogue. We'll be starting at 7:30 with the Slichot service, and then Karen Kornblum and I will be co-teaching session on Tshuva and getting us in the high holiday spirit. So I hope you all will come next Saturday evening. Come tomorrow, come next Shabbat, come all that. And come next Sunday. You know what I mean. And then the following Friday, September 23rd, we're doing our pop-up Shabbat at Railroad Park. Take 3. God willing, everything will work out this time. So Robin Berger will be co-leading the service with me on the 23rd. We'll have pizza, and our goal is to be able to finish right about sunset, so we'll be able to experience sunset while we're davening, which will be awesome. Social Action Committee would like to encourage you to join the High Holiday Food Drive. Ken and Vicki Grodner generously donated bags, so you can take one of those, or you can bring your own. Fill it with non-perishable, unexpired, unopened food, and bring it back to the synagogue by Yom Kippur, so we can donate it to Greater Birmingham Ministries and CJFS. We are launching, if you haven't heard yet, a DEI committee, a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee. There's an interest meeting next Thursday at 6:30 here at the synagogue, so please, if you're interested, come join. We'd love your input. And finally, next Shabbat, not this week, but a week from tomorrow, we'll also be doing a story time Shabbat. So those with young children will be doing kind of a story time downstairs in the kids zone, right around, they'll meet in the sanctuary at 10:30, they'll join in the Torah procession, and then they'll head down to the kids zone for a little bit of a story. And we thank Marjorie Perlman for sponsoring Kiddush next week, not her birthday, that's also next week. Still come tomorrow, it'll be a good Kiddush. Anything I'm forgetting? Anything anybody wants to add? So thank you all again for being here. Thank you again for coming. We'll conclude our service.
62.
I was actually guessing 63, but I was off. So it is in fact 62.
Yeah, 63 is actually the time of the
I
Omer.
see that because I actually turned my page to 63 and it's accounted the Omer. I was trying to do it from memory. I was just a page off.
You'll get it.
I'll get there. I at least learned a Dono Lum is 211. So I mean, I'm getting there. But Yigdal, page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai, Yishahava, נמצא בעינת המציאותו, אחד בין יחיד כייחודו, ולאו גם אינסוף לאחדותו. אין לו בגוף הגוף ואינו גוף, ונערוך אליו קדושתו. כבוד בכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון בראשית ובראשיתו. ידע אדם העולם בכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו ונתנו, ולאנשי סגולתו ותפארתו. לא קם בישראל כמוהו שאול, נביא ומעמיד את אמונתו. תורת המתנה לימואל, גם נביאות למען ביתו. לא יחליף האל ולא ימדתו, לאור להאמין לזולתו. צופה ויודע שטעמנו, אביב בסוף דבר וקדמתו. גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע כמשעתו. ישלח בקץ ימין משיחנו, לכתוב בחקקת ישועתו. מתים בחייהם ברוחתו, ברוך הדעה שם תהילתו. מתים בחייהם ברוחתו, ברוך הדעה שם תהילתו. Shabbat Shalom. Wishing everybody a peaceful and restful Shabbat. We hope to see you all in the morning.
I go stay every Friday night.
Oh, wow. I need to get on the ball. I need to get on the ball.
I'm in the right in Austin. I just want to ask you around.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Good to see you here. Sit down.